this is not the Spider-Man we left behind. Cause the moment this trailer starts, you can already feel it. Something is seriously wrong with Peter Parker. Right at the beginning, Peter is just sitting alone on a rooftop, watching MJ and Nate celebrating their MIT acceptance on his phone. And yeah, that one detail hits hard. Cause they are happy, their lives are moving forward. And Peter, he's not part of it anymore. And then he introduces himself to someone, but before we even see who it is, he starts talking about the spell from Spider Man No Way Home. He literally says he chose this. He chose to let everyone forget him to protect them. And this is where it gets deeper. Look at his suit. It's not the Star Trek suit, not nanotech, nothing fancy. It's a hand stitched, classic red and blue suit, which basically confirms one thing: Peter has now gone back to zero. No tech, no help, no identity. Just him. But here is the thing, this isn't just emotional damage, something else is starting. Out of nowhere, Spider Man gets smashed by a van, like no warning, nothing. And then we see him, Frank Castle, the Punisher, played by John Bernthal. And the first thing he says, "Quit your whimpering, go home." Bro didn't even hesitate. Now, this is important because this isn't just a cameo, this changes the entire tone of the movie. We are not in multiverse chaos anymore. We are back in the streets. Dirty, brutal, grounded. But here is what makes this even more interesting. Punisher is not treating Spider-Man like an enemy. Their interaction feels more like two people who know each other but don't agree anymore. It's very similar to the dynamic we saw between Daredevil and Punisher. Same side, different methods. And yeah, you can actually feel the tension in their banter. It's not hate, it's disagreement. But here is the crazy detail most people missed. The Punisher is using a web entrapment gun, which means he came prepared for Spider-Man, not to hunt him, but to stop him if he comes in his way. And if Punisher is already this cautious, then something about Peter is clearly off. Now this is where things get disturbing. Peter is on the floor, struggling, and he literally says, "What is happening to me?" But look closely at his hands. That waving, it's not from web shooters. It's coming directly from his body. Yeah, that is not normal Spider-Man anymore. So Peter goes to Bruce Banner, and here is the most painful part. Banner doesn't even recognize him. Imagine that. You save the world with these people, and now you are a stranger. But Banner drops something huge here. He talks about spider life cycles and says Peter is in between phases, which makes him vulnerable. But let's be real. This doesn't sound like vulnerable. This sounds like he's changing into something else. Maybe man spider. Okay. And right around this part of the trailer, we also get a quick look at a new character played by Sadie Sink. Well, we think that is Sadie Sink. Now, Marvel hasn't confirmed who she is yet, but a lot of people are already connecting her to Jean Grey. And if that's true, that changes everything. Because now we are not just dealing with mutation, we are stepping into full mutant territory, which could mean Peter's condition isn't just a spider problem anymore. It might be something much bigger. Now, this scene, this is where everything flips. Peter is surrounded by ninjas, and yeah, these are clearly the Hand. You might have seen the Hand in Netflix Daredevil if you have seen The Defenders. And at first, he looks weak, slow, struggling, like he's losing control. But then, something snaps. His eyes turn completely black, not lenses, not a suit effect, actual pitch black eyes. And then it happens. Organic waving suits straight out of his wrist. No web shooters, no tech, just raw biological webs. And the way it hits the enemies is aggressive, brutal, almost animal like. And this is the scariest part. After it's over, Peter just looks at his own hands, terrified, because he realizes something. He's not just fighting anymore. He's becoming the thing people should be afraid of. And yeah, this directly connects to the man spider type storyline, where Peter slowly loses his humanity and his spider side takes over. Now everything starts stacking up fast. We see chaos in New York, people confronting him, possible government or crime figures stepping in, and then Punisher shows up again, saying, "You are losing it, kid," which confirms it. This isn't just internal anymore. Everyone can see it. And here is one more quick detail. A figure in mechanical armor. Could be Rhino, or even Spider Slayers. Which means Peter isn't just fighting himself, he's being hunted from every direction. Now, this part, this is the turning point. Banner talks about something called a rebirth, and then we see it Peter inside a cocoon. Not metaphorically, literally wrapped in weavings. And when he comes out of it, this isn't just recovery, this is transformation. Upgrade or something worse. We don't know yet. But one thing is very clear, the spider is evolving. And then we slow down again. Peter moves into a new apartment, a fresh start. And then the door knocks. It's MJ. Peter is holding flower in his hands, and he says he's the neighbor. She doesn't know him at all. And then they say he's a friendly neighbor. And man, that line hits differently now because it's not just a joke anymore, it's his reality. So, this isn't just a new Spider Man story, this is an identity crisis, a mutation story, and maybe even a horror story. Because Peter didn't just lose everyone, he might be losing himself. And if this rebirth is real, then this might not just change Spider Man, it could be setting up something much bigger. Maybe even Secret Wars. We already have hints of Man Spider. So, yeah, that's where things get insane.